I'm so excited. Our time of being just passengers have come to an end. Just so you know, it's not a respecter of anybody, whether you've got a degree, a diploma, an honors, or whatever, or just metric. Anybody can write and pass this test. It's that easy. Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is Bakolile Ayeni, but you can call me Mrs. Ayeni. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope you will join in and do the needful and subscribe. But to all my returning subscribers, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back again to this channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So today we are talking about something very important, and that is how to pass your learner's license in South Africa. And I'm so glad that in South Africa, both as males and female, we are giving the opportunity to learn how to drive and also to drive legally on the roads. So I do think being able to drive is a good skill set that one has to have. The test essentially is not an impossible test, but it just requires somebody who will prepare and also be able to remember what to write and also how to apply what you have learned from the test, from reading and also from writing the test as well. Just so you know, it's not a respecter of anybody, whether you've got a degree, a diploma, an honors, or whatever, or just metric. Anybody can write and pass this test. It's that easy because it's a set of questions and it's also a multiple choice, so it's much more easier because you don't have to worry about grammar, wording, or spelling. What is a learner's license? A learner's license is a permit that proves that you've got the basic knowledge of motor vehicle, which is a car or a truck, or depending on what code that you are writing, and also you've got basic knowledge on road signs and road rules as well. Where do you get a learner's license? You have to go to your nearest traffic department where you can be able to register for the learners and also get the information for you to be able to go and write as well. What do you need to register for your learner's license? You just need your ID, your proof of address, 2 ID photographs, the ones that we normally use when you get your ID or passport, and your application fee, which may be 68 rands, but you just need to check with them before you go and just know how much the price is at your local traffic department. And also don't forget to bring along your own pen to fill in the application forms that they will give you. You need to know the type of learners that you are going to write, because the type of learners that you are writing will also be the type of license that you will have. So there are 3 codes or learners licenses that we get. We get code 1, code 2, and code 3. Code 1 is your motorcycle, which includes your bikes, and the minimum age is 16 years old. And also code 2 is your motor vehicles, and this includes your standard cars and minibuses and goods vehicles, and the minimum age is 17 years old. And the third code, code 3, is your heavy motor vehicle. These are your trucks and the likes. So for this one, you have to be 18 years older. And for anybody who is older than 65, or who is 65 and older, for you to register, you will need to have a medical certificate that states that you are fit enough to drive on the roads as well. So when you get there and you've got all of the documents that you need, and also you have filled out your application form, you need to go for an eye test. For them to finalize everything, you first go to the eye test place, which is still within the traffic department, and then you will be able to proceed and get your date. But if you are wearing glasses, like myself, be sure to carry them, because you will not be able to pass the eye test without your glasses on if you're a person who really needs glasses. and we do need people on the roads who can actually see well and see where they are driving to. So for you to be successful in getting the date, make sure that you do bring along your glasses, because if you do not pass the eye test, you will not be able to register for the learner's test as well. Now, how do you prepare for the test? Number one, and what I did, is that you need to read the K53 book. It's a book that is like this. So you can get this from the retail stores and also in bookstores as well. Basically, you just need to read the book and just get a basic understanding on how the road works and everything that they explain thoroughly in this book. So once you are able to read through this book and understand everything that it says, then you'll be able to prepare extensively or prepare towards the next level. The second thing that you need to do is that you need to get questions and answers that are like the test for you to be able to prepare, because this thing, it's all about practice, practice, practice. So there are also apps that are available online. They call it the K53 app. It's a blue box like this. So basically, they also have the same type of questions that they are asking in the exam, and also it will help you to know where or how far you are in the preparation for the test, and that as well. So you need to make sure that you practice how to answer the questions, because the way that they put the questions is not as the way that you'll be reading on the book. So they want you to think and also to apply your knowledge that you have gotten from the book as well. So make sure that you get the questions and the answers as well, and practice on them, and make sure that you know each sign, each rule, and each control of the vehicles, because those are key things as well. And also, while you are driving around, maybe going to work or going to school, wherever that you are going, as you are driving around, just be looking around and observe and see all of these things in practical terms. And then when you get back to the book and get back to the questions and the answers, it will be easy for you to remember them as well, because you are not just learning this to write, but also to apply them when you get the opportunity to also drive as well. The test is also divided in 3 parts: rules of the road, road signs, signals and markings, and also motor vehicle controls. So you've got to pass each and every part of the test. So you need to pass 3 out of 3. If you pass 1 out of 3, you will fail. If you pass 2 out of 3, you will still fail, but you need to pass 3 out of 3. So the rules of the road has got 30 questions, and you need 22 marks out of 30. The road signs, signals and markings are also 30 questions. You need to pass 23 out of that 30. The controls of the vehicles is 8 questions, so you need to pass 6 out of that 8. So make sure that you nail and you know each and every section of this test on the day of your examination. And like I said, go through the book and familiarize yourself with the questions. Make sure that you familiarize yourself with the signs, signals and markings as well, because the books that they have there, they'll be on a separate book and also the question paper is on a separate book, so it will not be like in the book that you are practicing on. But once you know them, you've been seeing them on the road, and also you've been reading them, you will definitely know it. So make sure that you familiarize yourself with the questions, and also familiarize yourself with the signs and the pictures and everything in it, and make sure you practice. I cannot stress this enough for you to practice as well. And then on the day of the test, you will need to bring your ID copy and also the paper or the page with the date that they've given you on the day that you went to register. And the most important thing is that you need to be on time, or even be earlier than the time that they have set. One of the things, as I said, that you can be 15 minutes early for you to arrive and also to be calm before you write the test. And then when they call your name and put you inside, make sure that you listen to the instructions that they are giving to you. Make sure that you are calm, you are relaxed, and you are prepared and ready for the test. Read your questions very well and make sure that you understand what they are asking as well. And please do make sure that you mark off the section that they will tell you, and also make sure that you know what code you are writing on the day as well. So if they're saying that for code 2, write from number 1 to 60, make sure you do that. Don't go and follow the instructions for code 1 or code 3 when you are a code 2 student. So just make sure that you know and you are sure of what you are doing as well. Make sure that you answer all of your questions, and then once you've answered all of your questions, make sure you review your questions and your answers as well, because I almost missed like 2 or 3 questions on my previous test because I was so happy and so excited because everything looked familiar, and I reviewed my answers, and when I saw that I missed it, I fixed it up quickly, and by the time that I gave in my answers, I was confident, I was sure that I'm gonna pass this one this time around. Yes, so yeah, that's it. So you just make sure that you are well prepared, you are calm, you are on time, and you also have everything that they'll require from you as well. And then at the end of the test, once you have passed, you will have to make a payment fee, I think of 35 rand or so, but also just make sure that you ask, because that fee will also give you the certificate that they will give you at the end of the day. Let me show you mine. So after writing your test, and then they give you the good news that well done, you've passed the test, they'll present you with this baby. So this certificate is your permit that you need to carry around when you are driving. But when you are driving with this permit, you need to have somebody who also has a license, a legal license, that can accompany you each time that you are driving. So once you have passed and you've got this permit, you can also register for your license date, where you'll be able to go and do the practical part of this as well. So yeah, this is it, and I hope you learned something new and you are prepared. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below and tell me, have you written a test before and how did it go? And then if you have listened to this video and passed, please do come back and tell us the good news. I'm so excited. Our time of being just passengers have come to an end. I'm so glad you are here today. Thank you so much for viewing until the very end. All the best on your test, and I do hope that you come back and share the good news of how you have passed your learner's test. Thank you so much for viewing until this far, and I do hope that you learned something new and you are so ready for your test as well. So I'll see you on the next one. Do make sure that you do the needful. Like this video, comment down below and tell us your experience as well, and also don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.